Hi, my name is Samantha Amond and I work for BMC Premier Support. Today I would like to share with you a little about communities and how to set up your communities account. So firstly, let's talk about why communities. Well, as you can see from what I'm sharing, there's a couple of examples how businesses operate. The first one being a silo, which shows a common situation with many organisations. And then the second is showing you the structure that really typically follows a hierarchy, which is most companies would follow that side. And then there's communities. This is a mix of the both, and it's what we call digital workplace. So it isn't bound to silos, and it involves in interacting with different people, time zones, customers, and also BMC SMEs. And that's effectively what we're going to talk about today. And just to give you an example, as you can see, these are the common, most active product communities that we have today, which shows that they're obviously utilised a lot. And more importantly, we need to talk about registering. So firstly, I'm going to make an assumption today that most of you don't have an account. So as you can see from the screenshot on the right-hand side at the top, there's the option of login and register. So from a registration point of view, you would click on the register button, and it will ask you to fill in a certain amount of details, which would then send an email to your work address that you've registered with, and you'll have to complete the process, which is very similar to how you set up a Hotmail or another online account. Once you've done this, you will then go back into the main screen again, which is what I'm sharing with you now, and you've got the other option, which is to log in. So, as you can see, https communities.bmc.com is where you register. Once this has been proceeded, you're then on to the next step. So once you've logged in, as you can see from this example of my own account, you would then need to click on the down button next to your name, which will then present you with those options about editing your profile. And you can see on this header, there's a couple of options. So we're going to, for today, edit. And once you've done that, that will then move you on to the next screen. So avatars and photos, the first thing that I want to just discuss with this. That typically would be, you can choose multiple photos. So one of them would be for your avatar, that is when you log in. So that's the top right, where you can see next to my name near news, there's a different photo and that I would have from my actual BMC account. And then you can have up to 10 different pictures. As you can see, I've only got 2 at the moment, but there's 10 as an option. Then once you've done that, you then need to move on to your profile, which will present you with quite a few different options. And on the different bits for your profile, you will basically have to put in common details, and this will be down to you to make a decision on what you would like to include. And then once that's been saved, which you should always remember to save at the bottom, you then move on to the next and the final, which is privacy. And as you can see, all the stuff that has been pre-populated from your profile option is now on the privacy on the right-hand side. Just check that the information is what you want, and you can customise this yourself, so whatever applies to you on your profile. What I will recommend is, if you do have a support ID, and obviously for the purpose of the screen I'm showing, I've got myself because I don't have a support ID. If you put that on, it will help with reporting purposes, and that's the second screenshot on the right hand side that I'm sharing with you. And once that's done, you press save, and then you're ready to move on to the next stage. So here's an example of how you follow. So there's a couple of ways you can follow, and for today I'm going to just talk about contacts, but please bear in mind you can follow content, people, and any other groups on there. So for today we talk about contacts. I'm sharing with you someone that is an ambassador to BMC. As you can see, he's got a high points level, and this is Carrie Walker, who works for one of our partners. And what you'll see further to the right hand side, next to the little box that says message, there is one called following. Now I'm already following Carrie, so as you can see it says follow in, and then it says 1, and what that little squiggle means is following in a stream. You have got the option to follow it into your inbox as well, and depending on who the person is, the content, what you're trying to follow, what that means is you will get those updates into your personal work inbox. Whereas I've chose connection stream, which means when I log into communities, I can go into my inbox within communities and see what Carrie has been posting. So there are some things that I follow in my inbox and some things that I follow in my email stream. And as you can see, I've put a couple of points at the bottom just to remind you on how to get the notifications as well. So that's the main thing I want to cover off with that area. And then finally, obviously, when you're moving on and you've been onboarded, what I would recommend is some of the community tips in our help menu is on BMC Social. This will help you finalise anything that you want in your tips and tricks of your profile, and any questions around problems that you've had within communities, i.e. product pages, or if you can't find anything. There is also an option to contact customer care, which I've presented the email address to you. Other than that, thank you for listening. Enjoy communities, and I look forward to seeing you as an active user.